Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is exponents. First, we're going to look at the product rule. So remember when we're dealing with exponents, if we have a number times itself, then the exponent rule says however many times itself, that's what my exponent is going to be. So I have 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So multiplying 5 by itself 4 times. So I'd write that as 5 to the 4th. I'm doing b times b times b. So I'm multiplying b by itself 3 times. I have 3 times 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 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is going to give me 3 to the 9th. So that's your basis of exponents. Now I can write this problem differently. I can, let's say, combine these 3's and call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 to the 4th, times, and I can combine these 3's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and have 3 to the 5th. Now notice, I still have 9 3's, but I'm just breaking it down and writing it differently. So what the product rule is telling us is if you have the same base, which is our 3 is called our base, then you can add your exponents. So I can write this as 3 to the 4 plus 5 should give me 3 to the 9. So this is your product rule. Now we can do some things where we have different variables or numbers. What you're going to do is basically simplify this. So we have 3 x's, so I can write this as x cubed and 2 y's, so I can write this as y squared. Okay, so now let's actually look at these. The nice thing is if you ever get stuck doing exponent problems, you could always write it out the long way. If you forget any of the rules, when I say write it out the long way, that's what I mean. Like it's like if it was 3 to the 9th, write 3 times 3 times 3 9 times. But when you remember the rules, first you check to make sure you have the same base. We're multiplying, so our product rules tells us that we can add the exponents. So we have 7 to the 10th. Now, as I said, you can write this. 7 squared is 7 times 7, and then 7 to the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 7 to the 10th. So, using the rule, just writing it out. Now you can deal with the variable. We have a to the 2 plus 8, so we have a to the 10. Or you can do, again, I might say the long way, which is to write out all the a's. Now when we have a problem that looks a little bit more difficult, just like we did over here, you want to basically simplify, combine what you can combine. So we have 3 times negative 3. We can combine those. We have an a cubed and an a. And we have a b to the 4th and a b squared. I like writing them all together. It just helps me keep track of what I've done. And we can do this because remember, whenever you're multiplying, it doesn't matter what order you're multiplying in. So 3 times negative 3 gives me negative 9. Then I have a as my base, and there's a 3 here. When there's nothing written, it's a 1 because we have 1. So we can write this as a cubed plus 1 times, then I have my 2b's, so I have 4 and 2, so times b to the 4 plus 2. So that's going to give me negative 9, a to the 4th, b to the 6th. Again, say you're like, oh, I do not understand these rules. Then we can write this as this. 3, a to the 3rd, 1, 2, 3, b to the 4th, 1, 2, 3, 4, times negative 3 times a times b squared. Okay, so we've written all the exponents out. Now all we do is go back and combine. So 3 times negative 3 gives me negative 9. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 A's, a to the 4th. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me write under here. So I have negative 9, a to the 4th, b to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as you see, this answer is the same as this answer. So you can do it using either method. So that's exponents doing the product rule. See you next time.